Good evening. It is Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. Welcome to the Town of Carmel Town Board voting meeting. Following this meeting, we will be doing a work session. I'm calling this meeting to order and asking for our town clerk, Ann Spofford, to please do a roll call.
Councilman Baranowski.
Here.
Councilman Lombardi.
Here.
Councilwoman McDonough. Here. Councilman Channel.
Here.
Supervisor Kazari.
Here. If everyone would stand, please face the flag. Councilwoman McDonough will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for all of the men and women who are fighting for our freedom, and also for the police officer who was shot. Thank you.
So we're going to start the meeting with the public comment portion. If anyone here in the audience would like to get up and speak for 3 minutes, I know that your resident's right there, so. No? All right, well, thank you. Moving along. Okay, accepting the town board minutes from February 16th, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second by McDonough and Channel. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. All right, so our first resolution is authorizing mailing of Lake Cassie Park District newsletter. Councilman Lombardi?
Resolved, the Town Board of Town of Carmel, acting as Commissioners of the Lake Cassie Park District, hereby authorize the mailing of the April 2022 newsletter as prepared by the Lake Cassie Park District Committee to all properties within the district, and further directs that the cost thereof be charged as a district expense. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. We need a roll call.
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Channel.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. Our second resolution is a resolution accepting proposal for operation of Sycamore Park concession stand. Councilman Channel?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, upon hereby authorizes the entry into a concession agreement with Liliana's Bagels and Catering, Carmel, New York, to operate the concession stand at Sycamore Park for a 3-year period of 2022, 2023, and 2024 at an annual fee of $2,000 per year. And be it further resolved that upon presentation of insurance certificates in form as approved by the Town Council, the Town Supervisor is authorized to sign the concession agreement in general form and substance as the previously authorized agreement for such services, which is currently on file in the Office of the Town Supervisor. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. We can just vote, right? Yep. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution passed. Okay, number 3, resolution waiving paying the fee for Union Valley Cemetery. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the waiver of the Building Department related fee required under Town Code of the Town of Carmel in conjunction with approval issued by the Carmel Planning Board for the Union Valley Cemetery, Union Valley Road, Mayapack, New York, Town of Carmel, tax map number 76.16-1-8. All those in favor?
Well, aye.
Aye.
Do we have a
Hold-
second?
hold- Wait, you got it?
Second.
You're offering it? I'll
Oh,
second
yes, I offer it
I'll
as
second it.
read.
Okay.
Second by Lombardi. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, that one passed. 4, resolution authorizing budget modifications revision. Councilwoman McDonough.
Sure, whereas the
Please.
Town Comptroller, Marion Maxwell, has reviewed the proposed budget modifications for the period ending March 31st, 2022, with the Town Board, which are detailed and explained on the attached budget revision scheduled number 2022/01. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes and ratifies the budget modifications revisions for the period ending March 31st, 2022, as shown itemized on Schedule Number 2022/01, which is attached here to, incorporated herein, and made a part hereof. I offer this resolution as read.
Seconded.
Seconded by Baranowski. Can we have a roll call, please?
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Shannell.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. Number 5, amended resolution authorizing Chief of Police to proceed with the purchase of police patrol boat. Councilman Baranowski?
Whereas that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel previously authorized Chief of Police Anthony R. Hoffman to proceed with the purchase of 1 new twin-board police patrol vessel from Lifeboats by IMS, Bremerton, Washington, at a cost not to exceed $149,478.32. Said authorization being made pursuant to General New York State Office of General Services 1122 program for purchase of equipment for counter-drug, homeland security, and emergency response activities. And whereas the Chief of Police has advised the Town Board that certain additional costs will be incurred in connection with delivery of the referenced vessel. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board hereby authorizes the expenditure of an additional sum of $2,576.03 for the purchase and production of the referenced vessel for a total overall cost of $152,054.35, and be it further resolved that Town Comptroller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget revisions to effect the aforesaid purchase transactions authorized herein. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Shannell.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. Number 6, resolution authorizing Chief of Police to proceed with purchase and installation of digital license plate readers and software licensee support. Councilman Lombardi?
Sure. Resolved, the Town Board of Town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of Chief of Police Anthony Hoffman, hereby authorizes the purchase and installation of 4 new fixed license plate reader units from Digital Surveillance Systems, Buffalo, New York, as a sole source purchase pursuant to New York State General Municipal Law. And be it further resolved that purchase and acquisition of the computer unit required for the referenced LPR units is also authorized as a sole source purchase from Advanced Electronic Digital Patrol PC, Attleboro, Massachusetts. And be it further resolved that purchase and payment for the software licensing and maintenance of the referenced unit is hereby authorized from Recourse Systems, Inc., Columbia, Maryland, a New York State contract PT 68787. And be it further resolved, the Town Board further authorizes the reference purchase at an overall cost not to exceed $46,889.28. And be it further resolved, the Town Supervisor Michael Kazari is hereby authorized to sign any necessary documents to purchase said equipment and services from the vendor set forth herein. And be it further resolved, the Town Controller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget revisions to effect the aforesaid purchase transaction authorized herein. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Shannell. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Shannell.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. Resolution number 7, resolution acknowledging emergency repairs services, Carmel Water and Sewer Districts. Councilman Shannell?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, acting as commissioners of the various water and sewer districts of the Town of Carmel, hereby acknowledges the emergency performance of water and sewer district collection systems / distribution systems and treatment facility repairs as fully detailed in the memorandum of Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., to the Town Board dated April 5th, 2022, as attached hereto and made a part thereof. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote?
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Shannell.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. Now bids would be no, right? Thank you. Resolution awarding bids for miscellaneous highway department materials. Whereas the town board of the town of Carmel has previously authorized advertisement for the solicitation of bids for highway spring 2022 materials, and whereas Highway Superintendent Michael Simone has recommended the awarding of the bids as per the attached memo dated April 3rd, 2022, and now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Carmel hereby awards the bids for the foregoing materials to the lowest responsible bidders who met specifications after adjustment for mileage in the case of FOP plant bids as attached hereto and made a part thereof. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Lombardi. Roll call vote.
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Channel.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. Number 9, resolution authorizing attendance at conference. Councilwoman McDonough.
Shall resolve that the town board of the town of Carmel hereby authorizes the town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael Simone to attend the Cornell University's Local Roads Program Highway School being held on June 5th through June 8th, 2022 in Ithaca College, Ithaca, New York. And be it further resolved that his reasonable and necessary expenses, including travel, meals, lodging, and registration, be reimbursed by the town upon audit and approval. I offer this resolution as read.
Seconded.
Seconded by Councilman Baranowski. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi. Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Channel.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. Number 10, resolution authorizing amendment to confidential settlement agreement and general release. Councilman Baranowski?
Whereas Robert A. Erickson Jr., Erickson, and the town of Carmel, the town, are parties to a June 28, 2018 confidential settlement agreement and general release agreement, and whereas Erickson and the town wish to modify the terms of the agreement as described in the amendment attached hereto. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby authorizes Town Supervisor Michael Kazari to sign the amendment on behalf of the town. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Second.
Seconded by McDonough and Lombardi. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Resolution passed. Resolution number 11, resolution supplementing the bond resolution dated August 26, 2020, to authorize the issuance of an additional $75,000 in bond of the town of Carmel, Putnam County, New York, to pay the portion of the cost of the engineering assessment expenses for the Lake Mahopac Dam in and for said town at a revised maximum established cost of $175,000. Councilman Lombardi?
Whereas all conditioned precedents to the financing of the object or purpose herein described, including compliance with the provisions of the State Environmental Quality Review Acts, have been performed, and whereas the capital project herein described has been determined to be a Type 2 action pursuant to the regulations of New York State Department of Environmental Conservation promulgated pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act, the implementation of which, as proposed, the regulation provided will not result in any significant environmental effects. And whereas by a bond resolution dated August 26, 2020, the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, Putnam County, authorized issuance of $100,000 serial bonds of said town to pay the cost of engineering assessment expenses in connection with the improvements to the Lake Mahopac Dam, including expenses related thereto in and for said town. And whereas this resolution supplements the bond authorizing the additional $75,000 to the town of Carmel, Putnam County, New York, to pay a portion of the cost of the engineering assessment expenses for the Lake Mahopac Dam in and for said town at a revised maximum estimate cost of $175,000. I offer this resolution as pre-filed with the town clerk.
Second.
Seconded by Channel. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes.
Councilman Channel.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. Resolution 12, resolution of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel authorizing the execution of a payment in lien of tax pilot agreement by and among the Town of Carmel, New York, the Hamlet of Carmel Housing Development Fund Company, Inc., and the Hamlet of Carmel Limited Partnership. Councilman Shannell?
Whereas the town of Carmel, known as the town, desires to encourage the development of affordable housing that is safe and sanitary, and whereas the Hamlet of Carmel Housing Development Fund Company, Inc., and Article 10, Article 11, New York Private Housing Finance Law Corporation, and the New York Not-for-Profit Corporation, known as the HDFC, and the Hamlet of Carmel Limited Partnership, a New York limited partnership, known as the Partnership, have identified property located at Stoneleigh Avenue in the town of Carmel, County of Putnam, State of New York, identified as a portion of tax parcel section 66, Block 2, Lot 58, known as the land, for the purpose of the construction of the land, a housing project for persons of low and middle income, said project to consist of, 1, the acquisition of the land, 2, the construction thereon of 75 units of housing for persons of low and middle income, including 1 superintendent's unit and related improvements to be known as the Hamlet at Carmel, known as the improvements, and 3, the acquisition and installation therein and thereon of certain machinery, equipment, furniture, fixtures, and other tangible personal property, known as the equipment, and collectively with the land and the improvements, known as the project. And whereas the HDFC has been formed for the purpose of providing residential rental accommodations for persons of low and middle income, and whereas the HDFC will acquire fee title to the land as nominee for the partnership and will convey its equitable and beneficial interest in the land to the partnership in furtherance of the development of the project. And whereas the HDFC and the partnership's plan for the use of the land constitutes a housing project, as that term is defined in the Private Housing Finance Law of the State of New York, known as PHFL, and whereas the HDFC is a housing development fund company, as the term is defined in Section 572 of the PHFL and Section 577 of the PHFL authorizes the members of the town board to exempt the project from real property taxes. And whereas the HDFC is a co-general partner of the partnership, and whereas the partnership and the HDFC will be willing to enter into a pilot agreement whereby they will make annual payments in lieu of taxes to the town as set forth in the pilot agreement presented to the members of the town board for approval. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Carmel hereby exempt the project from real property taxes to the extent authorized by Section 577 of the PHFL and approve the proposed pilot agreement by and among the town of Carmel, the partnership, and the HDFC in substantially the form presented at this meeting, providing for annual payments as set forth in such agreement, and it is be further resolved that the town supervisor of the town of Carmel is hereby authorized to execute and deliver the foregoing pilot agreement on behalf of the town, and it is be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by McDonough and Lombardi. Can we have a roll call, please?
Councilman Baranowski.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough. Councilman Shannell.
Yes.
Supervisor Kazari.
Yes, resolution passed. So announcements, the 18th till this Friday is the town cleanup. I just want to let people know Route 6 has been done up in the Hamlet of Carmel to the southeast line. Route 52 has now been done to Route 301. 301 has been done to Belden Road. I know that Councilman Lombardi has a group that's going to be here in Mahopac on Saturday doing Route 6. We're getting calls complaining about the litter and the dumping to Town Hall and emails. We have some people that have signed up, but, Bowling Place Road, there's a bunch of roads that could use cleaning up. So rather than, ask what are we doing, let's everybody pitch in and help out. Also, are having our Shred It Day on Saturday, the 23rd. That's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's going to be at the Geary Skate Park. That's on the corner there by Hopac Firehouse. You're allowed 3 boxes per car, and it's for residents only. Temple Beth Shalom is having a Holocaust Memorial Day, Sunday, April 4th at 24th, thank you, 24th. That's this Sunday at 4 PM, and that is at the temple at 760 Route 6, which is across from the Geary Park. And Putnam County Health Department is having their hazardous waste disposal drop-off day. That they're going to do that at Fawnstock State Park on Route 301 in Kent, and that is on April 30th, 9 AM to 12 PM. Anybody else, Frank?
Nope, I just have one announcement. I just wanted to make one announcement regarding the Carmel Cruisers. They're a car club, and they're going to begin having car cruises at the Wendy's and the Putnam County Shopping Center. It'll take place on Saturdays, starting at 4 to 8 PM, starting this Saturday, the 23rd, through September 3rd. So if you'd like to check out some hot rod cars, and if you have one that you want to drive down there, go right ahead. It should be a good time.
Just one thing very quickly. I've seen some residents over the last few days picking up trash over in my neck of the woods, like Croton Falls Road, Union Valley, that area. So to echo, the supervisor's comments, to just ask folks to get out. But I just wanted to just thank those residents for their efforts.
So can we have a motion to adjourn the voting meeting?
So moved.
Seconded by Councilman McDonough. All in favor?
Aye.
And a motion to open the work session.
So moved.
Seconded by Councilman McDonough. All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, Ann.
Good night.
So I ask everyone, you have the minutes for the April 6th meeting. Please review them. Thank you, Ann. So if there are any residents here in the audience that would like to come up for 3 minutes, speak on any agenda item? Okay. Thank you. First up is a letter from Connor McTiernan, Putnam County Law Department. Consider request to waive sound amplification permit fees per Chapter 104 of the Town Code for Putnam County Golf Club, Friday night barbecues commencing May 27th, and that goes through October 8th, 2022. This, I know that before me, you waived this before.
This is a section in your code that allows for the waiver for certain entities for the amplification permit. So typically, it's been done, but it is discretionary.
Anybody comments?
How much is the fee?
150?
30, the fee for the
Yeah,
thing, I think it's like around 150.
I don't have a problem waiving it. Just seems like a lot of effort to waive $150, but.
Right.
Well, it's 150 times,
Yeah,
It does in advance, so
got it.
the clerk doesn't have any discretion to waive it. It's the town board directive when the application comes in. So that's why it's.
They would have to-
so if no one has an objection, we'll ask for a resolution.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, so the next item is from engineering, Richard J. Franzetti, PE, the town engineer, emergency repairs services. He wrote this memo to us. This memorandum is being presented to the town board to advise the board of an emergency invoices that were submitted for payment in excess of $10,000 for services rendered. The following provides a brief summary of the work that was performed. Carmel Water District Number 2 on April 2nd, that's got to be a typo, I'm going to say it's 2022, right?
Yes.
Infomark reported a leak in the 10-inch control valve at the intersection of Route 6 and Route 52. The bonnet of the valve detached completely, and the valve body, 1928 valve, Attached is the invoice from Cook Excavation in the amount of $11,780.87 for the excavation and repair of the valve. We request this memorandum be put into the agenda as a matter of record. So this is for emergency work, that was already done. And he had sent the email out about that.
I just look at the valve, 1928, is that the year that the valve was from, 1920, or is that the
No, that,
model number?
I didn't ask him that question.
Interesting.
I would think it can't be
It's interesting if it's
1928. The 60 was definitely in the 60s.
Never mind,
No, it's not older than that.
makes sense.
No. Another one from Richard J. Franzetti, the PE Town Engineer. This is automatic samplers at Carmel Sewer District Number 2. Infomark, the operators of Carmel Sewer District Number 2, have alerted the engineering department that 2 automatic samplers used at Carmel Sewer District 2 are not functioning properly and cannot be repaired. This was previously presented to the board, and a resolution was passed on February 17th authorizing the purchase of the units from Hatch at a cost not to exceed $14,353.50, per the proposal dated January 14th, 2022. Infomark notified Engineering Department on April 6th that the original quote from Hatch expired prior to the date of approval for the board. So there was only a 30-day window, is what I was told, for that price. There was a significant increase in cost due to the 12% surcharge that has since been instituted for all company products. Infomark received the following new quotes for these units as follows. Dave Heiner Associates is $14,959.01. USA Blue Book, $16,431.96, and Hatch, $17,891.72. There are sufficient funds in the equipment line, and this expenditure was included as part of the 2022 budget. The engineering department recommends the purchase of the units at the new cost of $14,959.01, which is an increase of $606.71 from the original authorized resolution. So, I don't like it, but I don't see a problem with us just redoing the resolution.
Amending it to add
Yeah.
additional cost because we haven't secured it from the
Yeah.
bank.
I don't know if anybody else has.
Did you
It's
ask
been 60 days since the
why,
last one.
why wasn't it purchased during that 30 days?
No, it's 60 days, because if you look at the bottom of there.
Okay, so then why wasn't it
their
purchased
thing,
within that time
price is
period?
valid for 60 days.
Oh, he told me it was a 30-day window
No, you could look,
February.
right here on the bottom,
on their bottom.
right there, 60 days.
60
This
days.
is them, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, no, that's Heiner. No, they're Hatch.
Hatch.
Here's Hatch. A tiny.
Saying it expired prior to the original approval, not the subsequent. But it actually expired at the time.
But here, Greg, with Hatch, it says the quote expiration is 5/5/2022.
That's the new quote.
So where's the old quote?
Oh, that's attached to the old resolution.
But Hatch is the higher,
Which was?
it's an RFP, right? So it's not a bid, so you could theoretically take the higher.
Ones that are attached are the new bids.
The new bids, yeah.
Hatch's good bid is now good to 5/5, but they're also the highest of the three. So he's recommending, which is recommending that the higher associates, 14,959, right, is it the one you're going to go with?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You usually ask the providers or the vendors to keep the proposals open for a period of time. I don't know why that it expired before the authorization. I'd have to go back and look. But, typically, we have multiple 30 to 60 days, like a bid.
Yeah.
Before we put this on, can you just
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
ask Rich to send us an email or?
Yep.
just
Yep.
As to why it wasn't done within,
Quote, because if their quotes, if this looks like a
What-
So I would assume that Heiner would have,
Yeah, we should be able to find it from the,
I mean,
from the
it
previous.
just
That
seems,
60-day window expired before the February 17th resolution. So you're not going to.
Right, 60 days would be April 17th, right?
So I'll find out what the,
Expired on April 17th.
Yes, I don't know, I don't know why, but I'll ask him what took, what was the holdup.
yeah, and maybe you can call them and ask them to waive the 12%.
thing about the samples is that you have these permit issues and, you know, you do what you want to do, but for $600, okay, you need to have, the samples need to be in place because if you don't meet permit, the downside of being fined by the DEC or being cited for violation.
No, obviously, no, I understand the
That goes
difference.
to, like, what Frank
Right, but
said.
I understand, but I'm
What
just,
took 60 days? Yeah.
why, you know.
To order
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
And if-
That's a
and if
reasonable
the number
question.
expired prior to our resolution, then what was the point? So obviously, if Rich was here, I'm sure he'd be able to answer them.
Yeah, explain that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think it's prior to our resolution, I think it's prior
Well,
to
somebody
them
somebody just said
purchasing
that.
it, right? Right, wouldn't you think it's prior to them, him making the
Saying
purchase?
memo With the original quote from Hawk that expired prior to the date of approval. The date of
Oh.
approval, 2/17. So I don't know when they came in, 2/17 was 5 meetings ago, I don't know when the RFP was done.
Yeah.
Something that just got backloaded, and then by the time it was approved, with the numbers that expired. I mean, it's an RFP, you can call up the vendor and say, you know, we want to do this price.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing inappropriate about doing it with an RFP.
All right. All right, so we'll get answers before there's a resolution.
Yeah, well, it's on for a couple of weeks anyway, so.
Yeah.
It expires.
And then,
The next meeting's 5/3,
Right.
right? Next time you vote on this, so these are all good, do that, right?
except for that one, yeah. We'll get an answer by then, though. And then the last thing that we have on the agenda is consider request to waive the 30-day notice of the ABC law in regards to a liquor license, Latin Hospitality Group, 925 Route 6, Mahopac, New York. So this is from Bruno V. Geoffrey Jr.
That's the
And
attorney.
that's the attorney.
Does this as part of practice,
Yeah.
a lot of SLA work.
Does he? So on behalf of their client, the Latin Hospitality Group, they're hereby notifying purchase of alcohol beverage control law, Section 65, subdivision 2A and 99D, that our client intends to file an application for an on-premise liquor license at 925 Route 6, Mahopac, New York. And they've got their notice here. Accordingly, we respectfully request the Town of Carmel waive the statutory 30-day waiting period to allow our client to file its application for an on-premise liquor license as soon as possible to avoid any delays in obtaining its liquor license, and then they want us to advise at the earliest convenience. So I think that's a thing that usually goes on with the board, too? Typically?
To waive the 30-day period,
Yeah.
the board can pass a resolution for the client. Otherwise, they'd have to wait the 30 days for you to
It's-
propose an objection before they proceed.
It's a new application, so the only time we would be able to comment negatively if there was issues with the renewal.
Right.
No, the renewals aren't required anymore, so you only do it on.
Oh, okay,
on a
so-
few apps.
Okay.
We're not waiving any fees here.
No, no, no.
No, we're just
Has-
letting them put their application in now, not in 30
Saying
days.
My generosity for waiving fees is.
It's waning.
It's waning.
It's waning. So, anybody have any comments about?
Nothing else here.
Nothing.
No? All right. Okay, so I guess you'll prepare a resolution for that, please? So does anyone have any comments?
Nope.
No? All right, so right after we leave here, we're going to go and have executive session with our town attorney about a certiorari litigation, and we have the police department coming up about a personnel issue. We'll adjourn from exec. Can I get a motion to?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We'll see everybody in 2
Good
weeks.
night, everyone.